All right, folks. So today we're going to talk about scanners, and we're going to talk about what you can listen to in your particular area. And I've done a couple of videos on scanners, and a lot of the comments that I get are, we can't use scanners in my area because everything's encrypted. Well, that might not be exactly true, so we're going to take a look at it. And when you see what frequencies are available to listen to or monitor in your area, that's going to help you choose what kind of radio or what kind of scanner you might purchase. Maybe you're going to use an SDR, maybe you want to buy a handheld, something like this, or maybe you want to buy a more fully featured handheld that does trunking or digital modes. Anyhow, you can use this tool, Radio Reference, to figure all of that stuff out. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so here we are at the radioreference.com website. I'll include a link to this below. But there's all kinds of things that you can do here. You can even support the website if you want, which is probably a good idea if you use it a lot. But what we want to do is we want to go over to the database, and then we want to go to this frequency database. So when you come to the database screen, there's all kinds of information here. These different colors will tell you when things were submitted to the database. It changes often. So it's a good idea to check it frequently. I'm going to click Browse. And once that happens, I am presented with a map of the United States. And we're going to take a look at Florida for this video. Once I do that, I can see all the different counties in Florida, and I can come down here and I can pick one. And let's just go ahead and pick Orange County. And the reason I pick Orange County is because I've been there a few times and I'm more familiar with it. So when it happens, there's some information here, and I can see different entities that exist, or different groups that have frequencies assigned or dedicated to them. And you have trunk systems, amateur radio, you have federal groups, hospitals, hotels, the Orlando Airport, other attractions, SeaWorld, Universal, Walt Disney. And that's all pretty exciting stuff. Now, one of the things I want to mention is that there are other things that you can listen to or scan. So if you're close to the water, you can scan or listen to maritime frequencies or boaters and things along those lines. You're not going to see those in a database like this. The other one is that you can listen to the railroad frequencies if you are into that, and a lot of people are. You could go to different railroad dispatch centers and listen to that. And another one is even air traffic. You can listen to that. So maybe there's an airport or a small regional airport near you or something like that. And you want to listen to or monitor that those frequencies as well. So I'm just going to scroll through here. And there's a couple of different things. So here in Orange County, here's some of the frequencies. And you can see this frequency, for example, right here, County Medical Coordination. It's 463150. And if you come all the way over here on the right side, you'll see the mode. And this is just straight up FM broadcast. As a matter of fact, all of these are FM broadcast except for the telemetry data that is being collected down here from stormwater. And then you have these different types, and it will tell you what types of radios the people who are using these frequencies are using. So if you click on type, some of these are repeaters that will be broadcasting on these frequencies. Some of them are going to be base stations, and some of them are going to be actual mobile stations, whether that's somebody in a car, van, truck, or a handheld. Could be the case. And then F is a fixed station that does not move, but it is not a repeater. So just taking a look at this, I mean, you have EMS to different hospitals, healthcare systems. There's stuff to listen to right there. You can come down here and listen to Orange County Public Schools. Again, this is all in FM. This is FM narrow. And so a $100 scanner or a used scanner for even less than that, analog scanner, you should be able to listen to that just fine. And these actually have over here, you'll see this tone. And these are subaudible tones that are transmitted on these frequencies that you'll want to program into your radio to listen to them. And again, there's nothing outstanding about these frequencies that would cause a problem. They're all within UHF, VHF, not in the 800 megahertz band. So then down here you have Orange County Volunteer Search and Rescue Teams, FM Emergency Ops, EMS Tactical, all of this stuff that you can listen to. None of it's encrypted, so you're not going to have to worry about that. None of it's digital mode, and none of it's trunk systems. So you'll be able to listen to these things with a relatively inexpensive radio or scanner. And then when you come down here, there is some emergency management, American Red Cross of Central Florida. I don't know what this POPICA is. Conventional analog repeaters are used when digital trunk system is down. So that's something that's interesting to know. And this is more information here. Now, you may say, well, hey, Ape, what about the good stuff? What about anything that is digital or anything that is trunked? And so we can come up here and we can look at these different entities, and we're going to click on Orange County Trunk Systems. And when we come in here, we can see all of the different ones and the different types that are supported. So, for example, if I wanted to listen to Delta Airlines, for example, in Orlando, I would need a scanner that allows me to listen to DMR Motorola Capacity Plus Single Site. And this is Turbo, TRBO as a branding. There's DMR Hytera, LTR Standard. Here you go. Motorola Federal Solution is using Project 25 Phase 2. So that's generally like your highest end scanner that you would need in order to listen to that. Here's statewide law enforcement system is on Project 25 Phase 1. Universal Studios is on DMR Motorola Connect Plus. So there's some stuff that you would require a higher end system. But let's take a look and see if we can figure out what is and what isn't encrypted. So back on the Orange County page, what I can do is I can come down and take a look right here. Orange County Sheriff's Office, Fire Department, and numerous other county systems are here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on that. And when I come down here, I can see all kinds of different things. So let's talk about the sites and frequencies. So the first thing I want to talk about is this Orange County simulcast. So if you wanted to listen to any of this stuff, you would probably want a radio like an SDS 100 or 200 that deals with simulcast. And we'll talk about that in 1 second. But for these, you are going to need digital trunking scanners. You can listen to Northwest, UCF, the jail, the convention center. Now, over here, you see these different frequencies. The ones that are highlighted in red are your control frequencies, and the rest are the other frequencies that that system uses. So the way the trunking works is that you have a master radio system that sends out encoded information that tells different radio systems, hey, for this particular conversation, you want to have it on this talk group on this particular frequency. And it will direct the radio. You won't have to have any intervention to the different frequencies to be able to have those conversations. We want to use that same encoding to listen to them on our scanners. So we're going to have to be able to jump around between all these frequencies if we want to listen to these things. Now, I talked a little bit about simulcast. Let me go ahead and click on this and we'll get a little map down here that we can look at. And simulcast is really cool because I'm a first responder. I can be anywhere in this circle and reliably hear a signal that I need to hear. But as somebody who listens to the first responder traffic, it can be a little bit troublesome. Let's talk about it. For example, let's say I'm over here in, I don't know, Pinehurst is what I think that says. I can probably pick up signals from more than one station here or more than one tower. And as a result, my radio will become confused because it's trying to encode these digital signals. And if I'm hearing the same signal from different areas, the timing or the sequencing might be wrong in the way that I receive those digital packets. And that can cause confusion on my radio. So what you want is you want to have a radio that can lock specifically to a certain frequency coming from a certain tower. And you don't have to worry about that. And the other thing is that if you can get radios that do it manually where you can block or lock out certain towers, but that is more difficult and may cause you to miss out on stuff. So if you are in an area that has a lot of simulcast and that's what you're interested in looking at, that's going to be the more higher end radios that you're going to be expected to use. Let's go back and talk some more about some of these different frequency groups. So when you take a look, here are some different talk groups. And this is where radio reference really comes in helpful. Like here's all the different frequencies or talk groups, and then the tag that tells you what they are. So you have law dispatch, law tactical, law talk. But over here in this mode, you can highlight this, and what you see is a coding for the modes. So D is a digital talk group, and then E is for encrypted, fully encrypted. And as we're not allowed to decrypt that information. So there's nothing we can do. If the talk groups that you're interested in listening to are digital and encrypted, it's a lost cause. There's not much you're going to be able to do there. Now, as we scan down, you can see that tons of here's the Orange County Sheriff sector, digital is encrypted, digital encrypted. Now I can come down here a little bit. I mean, look at all this tons of stuff that's encrypted. Here are some digital channels for the Metro that are digital but not encrypted. So you can listen to those with the digital trunked radio. Here is the intercity PSAP. I have no idea what that is. Here is the jail is all encrypted. Now, here's something that's interesting. Orange County Fire and Rescue, these talk groups are not encrypted, all these fire tactical and fire talk groups. So that would be some pretty good listening that you could do without, all you would need is a digital trunking scanner that can handle this particular system. Here's the Orange County Medcom, all digital, not encrypted. Orange County Government, not encrypted. So this is here's the public schools. This is a pretty good mix of analog things that you can listen to with a lower end scanner. Or if you want to get into listening to the digital and the trunk systems, there's still a lot of stuff here that you could listen to. You might get some bad information from your buddy who says, hey, that's all encrypted, it's not worth it. But listen to radio reference as opposed to your buddy over a couple beers. And you might have some fun scanning. Anyhow, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them below and I'll do my best to respond. Thanks for watching, everybody.